What up there, boy? Get out them old school players be having they cigarettes in their mouth. Now what that boy? Go on out now, boy. Go on now, boy. We gonna do that, boy. Anyway, no, just joking. Hey, but so one of my viewers left me a comment which made a lot of sense. He was saying things, breaking down my dream and some things he was saying. His name is Matthew Nefer Ranch of Yahweh. But he was talking. He brought something to my attention about the Kanye, because I did see Kanye doing the Sunday service and all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Recently, and I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. That's a good thing. First thing I initially thought. You know what I mean? I actually didn't connect it to my dream, prophetic dream, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. I didn't connect it to that because remember in that dream, if y'all need to go back and watch it if you haven't already. Prophetic dream, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian, where Kim Kardashian was telling me Kanye West was a member of the Illuminati and that whatever she wasn't able to speak his name in public for whatever reason. This and that. She was telling me these things, and also I want to give that dude Matthew Norfolk Ranch of Yahweh a shout out, because he gave me a spin on that Bell boy that was talking to me in the dream that I didn't think of. Baal, yeah, Bell, the pagan god back in the day or something like that. You know what I mean? But something that was correlating to the devil back in the Old Testament, Baal, something that they were worshiping, a false god or whatever, you know what I mean? And he brought that. I was like, oh, okay, Baal boy. But he worked. Of course, I knew he worked for the devil, but putting that together, because God does do plays on words, you know what I'm saying? So Baal boy, Baal, yeah, okay, yeah. No, that was smart, man. That was smart, Matthew Norfolk Ranch of Yahweh. If you're listening, that was smart. I mean, thanks to the God and the Holy Spirit for giving you that information to give to me. Thank you. So he brought it to my attention. He was like, man, Matthew was like, dang, man, hey, you dreamed this 2 years ago about Kanye, you know what I mean, or whatever, with the dream, prophetic dream, Kanye West and Kim Kardashian. He was like, you dreamed this 2 years ago, and now he's here doing Sunday service, and you know what I'm saying, praising the Lord and all that. He was the guy Matthew was like, let God be tell the truth and let every man be a lie. You know what I mean? That's what he said. This is what this dream showed me, and I thank him, and I thank all of these people that are coming up, popping up, and just starting to tell me how they feel. It's not that I want to I can't just mention all of y'all names right now, but y'all know who y'all are. I truly appreciate it. Please continue, because I need as much help as I can get, because I get the dreams, but I notice that a lot of times people on the outside can see things that I cannot, as being the person who's being the messenger, giving the dreams that are actually not always directly for me, so I don't understand them. They're for other people and their lives and what's going on with them. So when I give it to the people, they understand more than I do. I'm just the messenger, the vessel. So a lot of these dreams I don't understand, you know what I mean, until they come true, until I get confirmation from somebody or something. So yeah, he was telling me that, and then I was like, oh yeah, maybe the dream, and I've been praying for Kanye. I've been getting dreams for Kanye, and I've been praying for Kanye and Kim Kardashian. I've been praying in Jesus' name, even on the videos, I've been praying for them, you know what I mean? And I've learned, and then John Paul Jackson taught me, indirectly of course, but he taught me, just like I plan to teach other people, even if I'm living or dead, my legacy, my music, my videos, me talking to y'all, all these personal things, blogs and all that, it will help y'all regardless if I'm here or not, you know what I'm saying, just like John Paul Jackson did for me. It does for me, even though he recently died a few years ago, but he was helping me even when he was alive. But now his stuff that he, has done over the time can still help me right now. You understand? Permanent fixture here in the earth is what I'm trying to do myself, is put as much shit as her as I can, so y'all have what y'all need, about whether I'm here or not. Um, yeah, man. So I was like, oh, okay. I didn't think of it like that, because I'm never knowing really what to expect when I see the dreams, and then to see what really happens in real life. You know what I'm saying? I thought before I had the dream with Kanye and Kim Kardashian, I assumed that Kanye West was a Christian. I assumed that. I heard him make Jesus walks. I seems like heard him refer to God and Jesus, like when he made Jesus walk, like he was like taking up for God. You know what I'm saying? Like he was like, man, why can't I write about Jesus? You know what I mean? And love Jesus and write a song about Jesus. I can write about anything else, but I can't write about Jesus. How much I love him and how much he loves us. So I was like, for sure that he was a Christian. You know what I'm saying? So that's to let you know that the dreams aren't coming from me, because I thought the man was a Christian. You know what I mean? And now he's saying that he just now converted his life to Christianity and became a Christian. Like I say, so I made the assumption that he already was. But then I've also seen his behavior, which correlated to my dream, in my opinion, of him being in the Illuminati and Kanye West being in an Illuminati member and all those kind of things. Reason I say that is because his want, me just looking on the outside, don't know the man, looking on the outside, looking at his interviews, different things. Like I said, I research, study a lot of people. I love study. I just like to do that. You know what I'm saying? I love I'm history buff. I love a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I love to research things and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, so Kanye West, he was the vocal point of the dream, but he changed, you know what I'm saying? Like, but during the time he recently changed, but during the time that I was having the dream, so he said that the guy Matthew Norfer, Ranch of Yahweh, said I had this dream 2 years ago. He was like, you had this dream 2 years ago, and now Kanye West is doing this. I was like, but actually I had this dream in 2013, so it was more like 5 or 6 years ago that I had this dream where he was basically serving the devil. I mean, you know what I'm saying, or being a member of the Illuminati. And like I say, the moves he was making, he was on some kind of, to me personally, like I say, looking on the outside looking in, I don't know the man personally, but just he made some moves in his career and said some things. He's been a very outspoken person. Like, Bush doesn't like black people. Like Kanye he stood up for black people at certain times. That's what he kind of started out as. He started out as a person who was kind of, if you listen to his music, he's a person that, like, everybody was like, I love Kanye music. I love his music, especially his old stuff. I feel like he had some uplifting, positive music, like great lyrics and everything, and concepts and like I said, black empowerment, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, so he's done things, he got up on stage with Taylor Swift, you know what I mean? And, that gave him very bad publicity, you know what I'm saying? This was all after a lot of the stuff that started happening after his mother died, if you really pay attention, you know what I'm saying? Like, he went somewhere, man. Even in the songs, he say, I went to deep depression when my mama died. Suicide, what kind of talk is that? You know what I'm saying? So shit, he telling you in his music, man, like, I done been to the edge, man. You know what I mean? Like, I've hurt, like, so his mom dying, you know what I'm saying, brought something else out of him. Then his mistakes publicly with, just his image, you know what I'm saying, when people started hating him, you know what I'm saying, because he was being outspoken about certain things. He really went up on that stage to say, Beyonce should have won this. She had the dopest shit in the world, in my opinion, which it was his opinion. You know what I'm saying? And he felt like, you might have felt like a white woman once again beat a black woman, and the black woman was deserving it. That's the only reason I can see Kanye, or it's his friend as well. So, you know what I mean? But he just felt like his friend deserved it, and so he went up there not in the right fashion. That's rude. You don't go up and especially shit on somebody that's won album of the year, whatever the fuck Taylor Swift had won that year. Yeah, you don't do that, man. You can't just shit on somebody, man. If they won their shit, they won their shit, So it's called a mistake. You know, people make them. We all do. I do. Everybody does. Everybody says some shit that they don't want to say or they didn't mean to say or in a moment of anger or this and that, say something that they didn't want to say. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what he's done a few times. And so I feel like he was trying to get on the good side of them, the higher ups. This is my opinion, okay? Doesn't mean it's true. But, like I said, just from the dream that I had and then seeing his actions, I feel like he was trying to get in the good graces of the higher ups, which some people call the Illuminati. I believe I believe that stuff exists. God has told me that stuff exists, so I'm not going off of man. You know what I mean? God has expressed that to me that these kind of people groups exist. Okay, so I believe that Kanye was trying to get his image back. And look, people who are great, such as I call myself great, so I'm gonna put myself in this category. People who are great, you know what I'm saying? They want to remain great. You know what I mean? They want to remain. Well, the reason that they're great is because they have a drive to be great. Michael Jordan, yeah, serious drive to be great. Like it might make them go crazy if they don't be great. You know, it's that serious, like that serious, where you got to have control and have God in your life. You know what I mean? To balance that. LeBron James, like I'm just naming basketball players, but different people. But the drive, Tupac, the drive to be great is so serious. Tupac, his first album, he sold 300,000 copies. You know how happy I would be right now to sell 300,000 copies, but he wasn't. Tupac knew he was better. He was greater than 300. He knew he was better than a lot of his contemporaries, which was proven to be true when he's selling 5 and 10 million records and all those kind of things at one time. So Tupac at the beginning, his first album, 300,000 copies, and he was like mad. You know what I'm saying? He was upset. He was disappointed because he wanted to be super great. He knew what he had inside of himself, but his first time out, it wasn't. You know, he had to build himself. God had to build him up. God had to put him in movies and link him up with certain people and do this and that, how this happened for him to get that fame in order to start selling and being a multi-platinum artist and all of those things and being tremendously famous and getting those numbers up to where he felt that he was. So my point to this is Kanye West is the same type of person. That's why you see him with greatness. He's not a dude lazy on the couch eating up everything, doing nothing. He workaholic. That's why he had gotten to that wreck in the first place. He was up all night, I heard, in the studios all the time, and he got sleepy, fell asleep at the wheel or something like that. That's why he got into that horrible car accident. So where his mouth was wide shut. So, so he's a hard worker. So that was kicking his butt that he wasn't at the top anymore because of public opinion. So he's been doing all this stuff to get he felt like the public turned on him. So now he has to, not only the public, but the white public for sure. So he had to, the white people in this country turned on him. They didn't like him anymore. So he had to try and rub shoulders with the higher ups, which are, I've heard, all white people, and this 1% that they talk about in the world that owns everything in the world. And they're all white men or whatever, from what I heard. And he's trying to rub shoulders with them in order to, they control everything. You know what I'm saying? They control everything. So if he rubs shoulders and get cool with them, possibly he can get back on the radio. Possibly he can become number one again. You know what I'm saying? Like that hot motherfucker that he was, at one point in time. Like hot. Like Kanye is a fucking beast at this very moment. Been a beast for years, forever. Like, so, but I'm talking about like that shit that he, that's what he's trying. I listen to the man's interviews, man. He's telling me everything I'm telling y'all. So I'm just repeating some of the shit he said. So he just want to be back at the top, and he willing to do things for that. Rub shoulders with President Trump and whoever else to get there. He's trying to build up his public image again. especially with white people.